Hello and welcome to part 14 of On the Grind. So, this part we dropped off a load in Naantali in Finland, and I'm just about to pick a heavy load up, a 47-ton transformer, to go from here in Naantali down to Malmo in Sweden. So, there we go. You always get the cargo warning screen up, but I'm sure we can just about cope with that with what we've got. We have 380 horsepower, we're trying to speed gearbox retarder, and now they're driving in automatic. So, we'll go now, and find the load and pick it up. We get the right gear, that is. We're just lining ourselves up straight with it, so I haven't got advanced coupling on, so but I try to go as near as what I can to them. So I think this has a beacon on the back. I'll just check. It has, and we're already on. So get away, and this is profile that I'm building from scratch. Completion. Quick update. One of these, I think, every episode. Come here. It's profile I've set, as I say, it's profile set up and going from scratch and take to completion where all the garages are owned and fully trucked and manned. So at the moment I have obviously myself, this truck, got them off now, and I also have one owned garage over 3 ports.
Get ready to turn
that's
right.
got
Turn right.
3 Mercedes-Benz Actros in, and I have 3 drivers employed, which are trickling some money. And I've taken out I took out the loan to set the company up, the 500,000. Set that, bought the garage and employed 2 drivers then, and a third I've just earned by doing jobs like this. So is to earn enough to pay the loan off, and then I'll take another loan out and buying a garage then in another city, expand the company that way. So when you only have a few drivers on, your money it's just like trickling. It's not vast amounts what you get, because your drivers do have to build up to build up their skill level, so they do earn a bit more money. So it will be a proper grind and a bit slow at first, and then as you go on getting more garages and drivers,
turn left.
the income off them increases, and then you'll soon make vast amounts of money. But that is
turn left
sometime in the future, yeah. And this series also educational, to show you different aspects of the game while I'm doing it. So, and the last couple of parts of this have been silent, so I thought I'd do a commentary on and happening. So there's been nothing
Get ready to turn left.
really new in what's coming out in the future updates that you won't already know about, but
turn left.
the next month at Utah Visualizer ATS, and I will be featuring some videos on that in some series that I do. And if you knew where the ATS content is, I got addicted to pro mods, so but I will be doing some, A list of what mods I use will be in the description of this video and things. So use very full above the anchor. So put it in neutral, handbrake on, engine off, and then we'll hop onto the ferry. So in this case goes from Naantali down to Kapelska, which is north of Stockholm. Stockholm's there, that's where we are. We're working our way down to there, so it might be slow.
Okay, let's find a new route.
Journey, but I've had bigger loads on this truck, haven't I? So that you've probably seen. Transports, and so yeah, that bleeding that you hear there is one that's low air, so it's up that, it's just drive away if you can. If not, knock it into neutral and rev the engine, and that will build up the air pressure in the system. So why is air important in trucks? The braking system relies on air. If there's no air in it, a spring releases and it clamps the brakes full on. So the truck is disabled, but that's a safety measure built into all trucks these days. Vehicle with air brakes, till there's sufficiently enough pressure there to release it, and then when it releases, obviously you've got brakes and you can move again.
Turn right.
Simple explanation on that one. So now I hope you're sticking with some of these videos to the end, because if I come across things, I do put things in at various points and then you might miss something if you only watch a couple of minutes. So subject of tonight, deleted this video off because I don't think it was fair on the person that was knocking, but I won't say the person's name, but a stream I did last night on ATS, and so it is, why should I subscribe when then you'll be just asking for donation? I said, well, not like this person etc, but I won't mention who it is or the person that accused me of it. And I just want to reiterate, and I'll reiterate this in the next videos that I do and streams in the next few days, I have never asked, nor will I ever ask, for donations to this. And the one that goes sometimes being in some of the descriptions, that was not my doing, it's something that was put in automatically, Streamlabs, because it isn't even linked to anything.
Exit now.
That one. So go, but if people do want to, I'm not going to ask for donations. If you really want to give you donations, there's an email address there that you can contact me. That's just, well, obviously it's a Virgin Media one, it's only been out on this channel, so it's getting there. Should be channel related or Virgin Media related. So, but if anybody wants to contact me, there's an email address there that can contact me. So it's done privately, things, but I won't ask for anything money wise or goods computers. I do this purely for the love of the game and to educate some people that may not know things about it or are interested in it, because there's a lot of different aspects. Now we'll try and cover them all. I've covered it very few up to now really, so I started this profile from scratch so you can sort of see how to build one up and what have you. Anyway, that's it. So I'll give you a bit of 8cam now if I can. So, all this happens when you're on 8cam, that. that's why I don't spend much time on it. So far, figure out to buy a truck, customise it, take out the loans. I've done a separate video on how you work the job markets and things. I will be covering servicing your truck, refuel. I think I've covered refueling and sleeping already, but you will be seeing them again. Ferries I've covered this game, so this is the heaviest load towed so far with this truck that's been in normal road conditions. The one that I have done that's been heavier has been under special transport conditions. So on this profile I do have the fatigue simulator switched on, and I do have the fine switched on, and I'm just doing it on the SCS map and VLCs. I have not added pro mods to this profile. So
exit left.
the reason why I'm driving in automatic with this truck when normally you see me mainly been driving manual is because this truck would more than likely be automatic in real life. And you see what happened there with the AI, he wasn't coming, I had plenty of space to turn, he put his foot down and he slammed into me, so I got the blame for that. Alright, I was in his lane, there was plenty of space. If he hadn't put his foot down, or the AI learned to actually use the brakes properly instead of doing what they normally do with them, that was preventable. So, but we just had to take some of the fines on the chin. Some are my fault, some aren't. The 8 one was fine there, but that one, and say it's a bit of half a dozen of one, half a dozen of the other there to blame. Recap on how the loans work. Well, you take a loan out, and then either the day after or the day after that, depending what time of day that you take it out, your loan payments come out at about 12 PM game time every day on default. But obviously that will adjust if you have it on the time zones, which I haven't at the moment. So
keep right.
think so. Cold hour steady 70 kilometers or 43 miles an hour down here.
Keep left.
Can. No, I do have it on automatic retarder and engine brake, but I can adjust those manually, the retarder, if I wanted to. But these, because you set your cruise control, the retarder does help at retarder set an automatic, so it sort of help hold at that speed. But obviously with a load like this on going down hills, steep hills, I may need to put the recliner on full and add engine brake into it. So I don't know if this video will be 720 or 1080 like some of the others. I think it may be 720 because I stream at 720 and normally record at 1080, but I think I forgot to change the encoder over. But I'm not gonna edit these recordings. The only editing that's ever been done in these recordings is quick pauses and things, so which you can do with OBS now. It's a good feature of it. spec the computer I'm using is down below, but I may upgrade over time, get another computer, but that's a long way off. I say that plays the game fine, doesn't stream too bad, and well, I've got fibre broadband now, hence Virgin Media. I can stream because the internet I had before, I couldn't stream with it, wasn't fast enough upload, so plus the fact the company I was with mucked me about when it went wrong. Phoned them up, say I had a fault with it. They did obviously usual line checks and check things and said they need an engineer out, so they couldn't give me an exact date, so that week they said Wednesday, Thursday, Friday or possibly Saturday morning. Well, it got to Saturday afternoon, nobody had been, so I rung them up, so they made an appointment for the following week to come up Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday. Got to Wednesday, no, he showed up, so I phoned them up again and said, yeah, you've had an email about it. And they said, well, I said, you know, I've got no internet, so I've got no at home. I know I could have gone out somewhere and done this, but I didn't on purpose. And that's what I said, well, we sent you an email about it, you do carry your router. I told them that on the first phone call, my router had gone wrong. So I sent a new router out and made an appointment with a different engineering company, come out
up
and check things, and then when then I got a phone call from the other firm who was coming out to see me. I thought, oh no, it's cancelling an appointment. It was, he phoned me up and said, would you mind if I come earlier? I said, of course not. So he came, connected the new router up and things and out, and he didn't have to do anything, the second engineer that came at all. We give it a thorough check speed. She said, oh, it's connecting okay and what have you, and so I said it was just a router then. He said, yeah, it was. So see, I had like 7 days, took them 8 days over about 2 to 3 weeks, 8 appointments basically, to sort it out. Say this, I am still with that internet company. I won't name them yet, but I think I've named them before in either streams or I've been involved with. In the meantime, kept mucking about after this company was unwilling to sort it out. Virgin Media had an offer on for the 100 one, which is the one I'm using. So phoned Virgin up. They connected it because I'm a new customer and there was no number transfer or anything. Connected it up within a few days, and what I'm using now. But the other internet, I still have it active and running because though I've had problems with it, it didn't go over the amount of days where you can cancel your contract without penalties. So, and doubt it was actually slightly, it is cheaper actually to keep that contract active with the discounts what I have on it package anyway, and then they discounted it again. It was cheaper to keep it going on rather than just cancelling it. And I did receive some compensation off them, off the company I was having problems with. Received £30 credit on my bill for the troubles been having, which me, without a working internet for that long when you pay for it, disgusting. But then again, So there's a lesson to be learnt there. If your internet provider, which is going to send open rates to it, don't rely on them actually turning up, because I know a few people who have had experience of open rates supposed to be coming out and they don't. So Publix is actually the firm of the second engineers that come out, very reliable. He said, he phoned me, as I say, apart, I've got no gripe with them phoning me and saying that they're coming early, because I was in anyway. I don't go out that
Go
much.
straight on.
So, but it's the thing though, if you make an appointment to go somewhere, say, this is the rub this with appointments with that company. So if I'd have made an appointment and I'd gone out and they'd come, it would have been £144 call out fee I would have had to pay this appointment. So I tried that trick on them, which I was offered £30, which I took. I wasn't happy about, but I was already on a heavily discounted package anyway, because I negotiated with them when I re-signed my contract with this company. So I did get an additional £5 a month off for the remaining term of my contract. So and Virgin, well, when it comes to September, the package price will about double when it comes next September with them, but there's methods with Virgin Media to get your costs down, which I'll have to work out, which is cheaper. So, but the firm of the internet, what was good, when your contract comes to an end, you can ring them up and see what discounts they have on. Basically, if you re-sign a new contract with this other, it's classed as a new customer, but obviously you don't, the rigmarole of setup fees and what have you, like some of them give you. So, lies there. Let the fuel lights come on, so I'll just go through the displays now and check actually how much fuel I have, and this will be the first time seeing me put fuel in this truck. Doing a special transport earlier on, it automatically refills the tank, so go approximately 245 miles, but towing weight, and it will obviously be less. So I would say as soon as the fuel light comes on, or just before, pull in and fill your tanks up. It's a 4x2 extra tank, so obviously when that trigger point, there's more litres left in this tank than say if you're driving a 6x4 or 8x4 or 6x2 for any the chassis configurations, otherwise 6x2, because the 4x2s have the biggest tanks and this one's got the extra tank on it, so that adds an additional 400 and something litre tank as well. So you get some good range out of it, though these aren't that economical on the fuel. And I've got 420-ish estimated, and we have 6 hours left driving time, so could possibly have time in the next part to start a job, then some sleep somewhere. As well.
Go straight on.
Oh, nice, we still have 167 miles to go. So which of the mods I'm presently using will be compatible with 136, I don't know. So what's if you're using mods and the game version changes? Well, but most of these will be quickly updated because I'm not using really any map change. I'm not using any map changing mods, or it's just mainly cargo
Keep right.
one. So
Exit
bring you something.
right.
When I mastered the art of the retarder properly, I'll tell you how to use it, but I'm still learning myself with it. But going below a certain point, and then it will actually change down, believe it or not. This is great about automatics, but it's same in real life, apparently, with them. The slow in changing up and down. They won't change up when you need them to, and they won't change down when you're... So you have to give them time and then they do it. Okay, so... You may be noticing the dash is slightly different in this truck to where it is in the default one. It's the default truck, bro. I downloaded Peter's dash and this is the day one where it's got in. But there isn't any much difference day and night once just I prefer style of the day one, that's all. And I've enough fuel left to finish the journey. I am not prepared to take the risk, so the fuel station here. A bit of retarder,
a new route.
Which works by limiting cylinder travel, hence charge the engine. Exhaust brake, jake brake, that works on the exhaust valve. So pulled up there, pump symbol, obviously you put handbrake on for safety. You have to knock the engine off. Then you just hold your enter key down or whichever key you have bound and keep it held down. Till it fills up with fuel. The fuel price does vary between countries in this game, so that's quite expensive fuel, but check the trip counter. Then yeah, just filled up, and then we'll what we can do. And but you can fuel at any time before you run out. If you do run out of fuel, there's the option of emergency refueling, and there has been in the last couple of versions of the game, so all is not lost. You thought if you're on an external and you're out of fuel, you have to press F7 and that used to teleport you to the nearest service area banner. But on externals, if you do have to travel to service, you do lose your load. But with freight market or quick jobs, you don't. Obviously I have all my own maintenance to pay with this truck, I have the fuel bills to pay with it and what have you. So, your AI drivers, their things come off automatically off what they earn, and then you get the rest of it. So I know some of these videos are a bit long, but maybe sometimes some silent, or maybe you might experiment with time lapsing. I know how to time lapse a video, but software to use, but it's adding audio things to it, so it's the main debate. But I don't at the moment, but when I experiment and find out, I may start doing them again.
Go straight on.
I won't always be doing heavy loads, it's just what comes up, or where I feel like going that particular time when I record a video. So 2 hours estimating, still got 3 hours 40 left, so we should get there before we have to sleep. And here, by the way, is what you get if you press the F6 key. It little thing up here, or thing, so it tells you what your cargo is, what weight it is, where city where you're going to, the business. Now that's DS logistics, but it's because I've got a real company's mod in, that is. Tells you roughly when it's expected, what income you get, how long you have left remaining to do the job, and your next press stop there. And I could cancel the job by pressing enter, because this is a freight market job. I would have to pay a penalty fee on that, so but that's that screen there. I'll do one on what the FKs actually do in a future part, and the camera views as well I'll do in a separate part, but I don't know when I'll do them. It might be soon, it might not, because this is sort of like a build up, grind button, make it like a bit of a tutorial series as well. So I'll put a separate one out for job markets, how you work them and how you can alter the different parameters in there as well. I'll be showing you online truck purchases and things at a later date, because I don't have enough trucks on the profile yet to do that. There's garage purchases, showing them online when I own enough to do that. And I've briefly shown you how we customised the truck that we're buying, and how you can buy that same configuration again without having it to do each time that you want to buy a new truck as well. So I'll go over that one a bit more when we get a few different brands of truck in the game. But
Go straight on.
there's nothing stopping you setting your fleet up, say, with all Renault T's like they have here. Oh, that, but I like different makes spread out over the map. Alright, each make might be the same model in the make and same configuration, but it does give a bit of variety if you fancy driving something a bit different without having to
Keep right.
truck.
And
But
then
I'll show
exit
you
right.
how to do that as well. How to
Exit
swap
right.
the truck you're using with one of your employed drivers. As well as there'll be garage expansion to come. We're expanding like from 3 port to 5, and the costs involved with that, but not that excessively high. So when you start off, you pick your pile up, you pick your starting city. Now that garage is always a 1 port garage for free, but if you wanted to upgrade that garage, if you want to upgrade that garage to 3 port, it would cost you 180,000 like it does to buy a normal garage, and the upgrade to 5 is 100,000, but we'll cover that if and when it arises in the game. So go through some of the trailer purchases and options and have you as well, and garages. Cover probably transporting between your garages, but
on.
that won't be for a while yet. I'm not established enough to do that, so things I won't be covering is the console. So I normally blank out when I use that, pause, and then start after I made the change that I want to make, but there's plenty of guides for the console and things. Online on videos and guides on Steam and things to use that. So mods I make or I may not look at the workshop. When you first get onto the loading screen where you select which profile that you want, you can click on mod manager, and then there's a blue square at the top. You click on that and that opens up the workshop, and then you can just browse the workshop for whatever mods you want. And external mods, where there's plenty of sites that do them. There's SCS Forum and ETS2.lt and well-known ones like that.
Right.
But you will need another program to actually open them up and extract the SCS file or whatever, called 7-zip. I use for that anyway. Some people use different software, but 7-zip's free.
Turn left.
So you've done that, you put them, go into your documents folder, find ETS2, open that up, then look for a folder called mod. If that folder isn't there, you just create a folder called mod, and then you put your mods in there, and then there should be in your mod manager
Go straight on.
there, and then you just activate them and deactivate them as you want them
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
in there. So
Exit now.
with any mods, read the comments on them, and that'll tell you what updates and things they have actually had
Go straight on and then
and
turn
things.
right.
So now, because we've got a long load on, I'll take this corner
Turn right.
wide if I can, and
It's all over now.
here, and this is where the company add-on might not help us too much here. That's why there's, but the businesses do look a little bit more realistic with setup on. So now I'm on camera that you get by pressing number 3 key here, but there is different camera views you can use, but I'll cover them in a separate part. So that might not be a job that gets fully filmed, that I do when I do that video. Yeah, the main driving ones where I do the jobs and take loads and parts, others will be just labelled with what they actually explain in the game. So although that doesn't look in, it's classed as in, so we'll do the normal unloading here. And that concludes this part for now, so say 10-10 for now, stay safe on the roads, got 2 reactions. Till next time, goodbye.